So a Franciscan and a Jesuit are going to a theology conference, and they get into this big argument about some big theological topic, and they drive off the side of the road because they're so distracted. Boom, they hit a telephone pole, they go straight to heaven. So there they are, they're in front of the pearly gates, which are covered with big puffy white clouds, and suddenly the golden gates of heaven open, and a long red carpet rolls up all the way up to the foot of the Jesuit, and the Franciscan steps back, and out come all these Jesuit saints. St. Francis Xavier, St. Aloysius Gonzaga, St. Robert Bellarmine, all the Jesuit saints come out. They greet the Jesuit. And then there's this beautiful piano music, and out comes St. Ignatius Loyola himself, the founder of the Jesuit order. St. Ignatius comes up to him, and he leans over and says to him in English, because he's learned English while he's in heaven, he says, "Welcome to heaven. Thank you for being such a good Jesuit, Father. You are very welcome." So the Jesuit can't believe it. St. Ignatius Loyola himself welcoming him. Then there's this beautiful harp music, and out rolls this powder blue carpet. And out comes Mary. Mary comes out, she's dressed in blue. The Franciscan steps back, can't believe it. Mary comes up to the Jesuit, leans over, kisses him on the forehead, and says, "Thank you for being such a good Catholic. Welcome to heaven." Can't believe it. It's Mary. Then there's this big trumpet blast. A big white carpet rolls out all the way up to the foot of the Jesuit, and out comes Jesus Christ himself. So Jesus Christ comes out, passes the Franciscan, who can't believe it, comes right up to the Jesuit and says, "Thank you for being such a good Christian. Welcome to heaven." Jesuit can't believe it. He burst into tears. So Mary and Jesus and all the Jesuit saints and St. Ignatius Loyola help him to his feet. They all start singing songs. They start singing St. Louis Jesuit songs, which is what they sing in heaven. And they all go back in. And the white carpet rolls up, and the blue carpet rolls up, and the red carpet rolls up, and the big golden gates of heaven close. And the Franciscan is left standing there all by himself, and he is just agog. He can't believe it. So he's starting to wonder who's going to welcome him. So he's starting to think, well, maybe St. Clare will welcome me. Oh, that'll be so wonderful. Or St. Anthony. I'll have to thank him for all those keys that he found. Or maybe even St. Francis of Assisi. And what will I say to Mary and to Jesus? And so he's getting his thoughts together. And he looks at his watch, and it turns out it's been about an hour. And he's wondering why it's taking so long. And then another hour passes, and he's starting to get a little antsy. He's wondering what's happening. And then 3 hours passes. You know, he's getting a little tired from standing on his feet. Finally, after 4 hours, a little side door opens up, and the little Franciscan saint, who he doesn't even know, because there's so many Franciscan saints, says to him, "Hey, you." And he looks around, and the Franciscan saint says, "Yeah, you, come over here." So the Franciscan goes to the little side door. He's waiting for the carpets or for the harps or for Mary or Jesus. And the little saint says, "Welcome to heaven." And the Franciscan says, "Is that it?" And the little saint says, "What do you mean?" And the Franciscan says, "Oh, come on. The Jesuit gets the carpets and the saints and his founder and Mary and Jesus, and all I get is this crummy welcome?" And the little saint says, "Oh, yeah. Well, you have to remember something. We get Franciscans up here every day. We haven't had a Jesuit in about 150 years.